Hello and welcome everybody. Welcome back to the Madoians and Friends podcast. Of course, here with Alex Madoian,
Mike Madoian.
and we have the first friend, guest of the podcast.
First guest.
We have my roommate James Marieski. James,
Hello,
welcome.
all.
Good
My name
boy.
is James.
So James, just a little intro. James and I have been roommates for about 4 years now.
4 years, yeah.
Jeez, that's,
Yep,
that's
back
pretty
to
ridiculous.
college.
Junior year. So yeah, James, you want to just kind of tell us a little about yourself?
Little intro,
a little
backstory.
intro.
Oh, wow.
Put you on the spot.
I was not prepared for this, but I guess I've been a student of my own life for a while now. My name is James Marieski. My middle name is Michael, much like Mike to my right here. I am the fifth kid of six. I grew up in Connecticut and went to a community college, then transferred into Bryant, where I met Alex.
Yeah.
I'm big into basketball, and yeah, that's pretty much me.
Yeah,
I'm a goofball.
You James, you
Certifiable
certainly are.
goofball.
But James, one of six. I know growing up with Mike and Matt, it was of course a wonderful experience, wonderful time. But having six in the house, how was that?
It was actually really nice because those were my friends.
Oh,
those
yeah.
were those. I always had someone to play with, or I always had someone to bug, or
To
always
bug.
had someone
bug,
to
yeah, that's my favorite.
help me with my homework. I always had someone there that I could talk to, or not talk to. What am I? Sentimental? No, it was always nice to have someone there. It was hectic, I guess, but it was just what I grew up with, so it was never anything more
it was always
hectic
just
than what I knew.
what you were used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just the three of us. I mean, it was kind of the same for us, I would say.
My question to you is how different is it? Because I'm the fifth of six, so even when I go home now, they treat me like I'm the youngest, one of the youngest kids there.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
Forever.
when I go home, I don't even talk about. I don't even dare have a drink or anything. I'm still a kid, to
Yeah.
everyone, to all of them. So what is it like being the oldest brother?
Being the oldest brother,
Yeah.
it's pretty fun. And I definitely have to say it's fun. It's got its perks.
Because you can just beat people up and no one can do anything to you because you're always bigger than them.
Well, listen,
Mike, I have
Yeah.
a phone number you could use.
listen, but yeah, no, it's good. I always laugh because I always didn't beat them up all the time, but
Oh,
Off.
you couldn't have been
Awesome.
worse than my oldest brother.
I mean, no, probably
There's no
not.
way.
But no, I was
Simply
just
not.
always bigger than them, so I didn't want to hurt them too bad. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I attribute the nerve damage in my right arm to my two brothers because they just used to punch it so bad that I lost all nerve and it didn't hurt after a while
oh my
when I
God.
grew up. Just
Oh.
getting used to it.
Iron
Love
arm.
you, buddy.
Yeah, sorry.
No, but no, it's definitely good. It's cool to see Mike and Matt do such awesome things and
Oh wow, thanks.
be able to.
Thanks, I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're so welcome, Mike. You're so welcome.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it's cool. It's definitely but it's funny to when I get to experience other people having older siblings because obviously I didn't get to experience that, so it's
Yeah.
pretty funny to see my friends when they're around their older siblings and how
Yeah,
the
you
dynamic
definitely
is.
go right back to your place.
Oh, absolutely. But so I guess Mike,
Yeah, Mike, I'm the fifth of six. I've never been the youngest. Tell us.
You get away with a lot.
yep.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's
There's
a nice
no other
perk.
perks. You just get bossed around. That's about it.
That's a nice perk, though.
I
still.
know.
Yeah, but no, it's I mean it's cool. You got like you said, you got some built-in friends, so it's a lot of fun. That's why we get to do this podcast.
Yeah, definitely.
But James, you also mentioned that you're a big fan of basketball, and I
Oh.
know that we talk
Big
about it
fan.
all the time.
Yes.
Mike is also, of course, a big fan of basketball.
Huge.
So tell us what it was like to grow up as a Brooklyn Nets fan.
Oh,
The struggle. Because
Eh.
they ass.
Tell us,
they
'cause
are bad.
dude.
But I actually loved being a Brooklyn Nets fan. They are so bad that you almost don't even care if they lose.
That's a fair
and when
point.
they win,
That's a fair point.
when they
It's the
win,
norm.
it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And they always play hard, or they always did.
Yeah,
I
that's all,
became a fan of theirs when it was 2000. I was 5 years old. They had Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, Kenyon Martin, my favorite player of all time.
that's amazing.
That's odd.
That was the best. They had Richard Jefferson.
That's
they
a
were
solid
playing-
squad. People forget that
and
is I mean, for people
and
I mean,
Jason Kidd
our
was a
age,
near
it's tough to
MVP.
remember. But that's a good team.
Yeah, that's a real good team. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals, I think, or something. They were playing the Pacers with Reggie Miller, and I was a fan of the Nets. That
That's
was
awesome.
a fun time.
Yeah, but the Nets, dude. The Nets.
But now.
Well, I think like anything that the Nets do is really an upside. Like you said, if they win, it's awesome. But like, I mean, if they get anything done, it's like, it's you win, you get they're over 500 at the NBA All-Star break for the first time.
Barely.
Lord knows how long.
I think they're 29 and 28.
You
or
know,
something.
you got an. When was the last time a Brooklyn Nets player was an All-Star?
Actually, this is the first Brooklyn All-Star.
The first Brooklyn
yeah,
All-Star.
It's the
Wow.
first All-Star since they've moved to Brooklyn.
Oh,
That
that's
is
so terribly sad.
Yeah, but
That's-
actually, I mean, still, you have a lot of things to look forward to as a Nets fan. Moving to Brooklyn from New Jersey is a big move.
Oh,
That's
certainly.
true.
And then when they moved to Brooklyn, Jay-Z took a bigger a public face of
Do you think
being a
Now he's
partial
not in it,
owner.
I was gonna say, is he not in it at all?
He's because of the agency, he can't be.
Oh,
But
right.
at the time, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
around the move, he was.
Well, that would have been, I would, because I've always thought, well, not always, I don't want to say like it's top of mind when I'm thinking about the NBA or nothing, but like I always thought that with Jay-Z coming in, you'd have a lot more bigger guys that wanted to like come play for the Nets when Jay-Z's around, or he'd like attract some kind
You
of
got the Knicks that are just so much bigger.
so much bigger, but. It's like like I said, the allure of going with Jay-Z into the.
You know what I
in
almost feel
Brooklyn.
like it's like though? I almost feel like someone of Jay-Z's status would be cool to be with, but Jay-Z doesn't really fuck with anybody. Do you mind if I swear?
Oh, dude, no. of
It's-
course
we
not.
swore
All right,
so much.
all right. Um,
Did you see the
It's just
video
like-
last night? I don't know where they were. Was it a Grammy party or something?
No, I didn't see
Saquon's
it.
birthday. Him and
Oh,
P
God.
Diddy.
oh,
Crazy.
really?
Saquon's birthday.
Well, it was yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday, Saquon.
Shout out
Yeah.
Shout out.
Saquon.
Yeah, I know
Go
you're
G-Man.
listening.
ROTY.
I don't see why. But that's funny, dude. Yeah, no, the Nets. It's fun to watch. D'Angelo Russell coming back into his own.
Yeah, they're a good team now. And Karis LeVert just came back, and at the start of the season, he was their upside.
Nice,
He
yeah.
was what people were looking forward to, and he got hurt, and somehow miraculously has recovered.
Dude. Miraculously is almost even an understatement. I don't know if there's anything you could say higher than that. The dude almost snapped his ankle
I
off
know.
like Gordon Hayward, and his back.
Months.
They were like,
few
maybe
months.
by playoff time he'll be back. Like, dude, this is horrific. I think players cried. Like, dude, there was like people were like, all right, like
People were
prayers.
people were in
Hashtag
tears.
prayers for Levert.
Yeah, I retweeted it.
and all of a sudden he could have been voted to the All-Star game and he'd be playing. So
True.
I mean, good for him. I'm happy for him.
Oh,
But
definitely.
it is truly nothing short of a miracle.
Yeah. I gotta bring us off the sports topic real quick.
I
Definitely,
appreciate it.
please.
I just had this random thought. It like super random thought, but what would you do? Have you
Yep.
seen those commercials for Kool-Aid? And you bust down the door.
Yeah.
What would
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Oh yeah. What would you do
If
if
that
that happened to you?
like right there.
A big 6 foot by 4 foot
Is that
jug
it?
of Kool-Aid burst down your wall and was like, oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm screaming I'm shilling scream.
Oh.
I'm murdering that motherfucker.
Oh
I'm
wow,
killing
the
it.
offensive right away.
you
Yeah.
go
A
right
6
into
foot by
murder.
4 foot though.
I'm getting
We went from
rocks, anything that can break
James
glass.
went from a blood curdling scream
Yeah.
to, and then Mike went with murder.
I'm murdering him.
Oh man.
That's why I was screaming.
Yes, of
Mike took
course.
the offensive.
Yes.
It was
Mike
horrific.
Mike went on an absolute rampage, and James could not stop screaming, both from the shock of the Kool-Aid Man busting through,
Oh,
and also Mike murdering him.
it was definitely a weird day. a
Blood,
lot went down very
blood,
fast.
Kool-Aid, the world may never know.
Oh,
But dude,
what a concoction.
that is quite the thought to have.
But imagine those commercials are weird,
Are
and those
strange.
kids are just like, "Oh my god,
Oh, hey,
the
Kool-Aid
Man!"
Man. We're like they were the ones chosen. Like they're like every kid in that
Yes.
universe is just waiting for their moment, just to be chilling with Kool-Aid. I hope tonight's the night, guys. And then they're going, and then all of a sudden he just busts it down. Oh yeah, and they're like, yes. And I couldn't tell you what they win from it, but they're excited.
I
Sure.
think it's Kool-Aid for life, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is
Do you think?
really
Do you think? No, never
how
mind.
much Kool-Aid have you had in the past few years? Because I can already afford
I'm more of
Kool-Aid for life.
I'm more of a Hawaiian Punch guy.
I
So
would
then-
definitely agree with that.
Oh.
I
I mean, don't get me wrong. The plastic twist off cap.
Oh, a nice Kool-Aid jammer, bro.
Oh, Kool-Aid jammer is a
Dude,
different
I would
story.
the grape.
I would be absolutely lying to you if I
Game
didn't
over.
Say, if I said I didn't go to the not the grocery store, convenience store sometimes, and be like, 79 cents.
Dude.
79
A
cents for a
steal.
time travel back to your childhood. I'll take a Kool-Aid jammer,
Yeah.
please.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Chalk that one up for a win.
I know.
Oh man.
Fire drink. Fire
Kool-Aid's
drink.
good.
You know what's a top 5 beverage?
Oh,
Minute Maid lemonade.
Minute Maid
very
lemonade.
true. Do you
Absolutely.
like the pink one?
I mean, there's nothing wrong
Is
with
pink
it.
lemonade just raspberry lemonade?
Actually, I
Or
read the
is-
ingredients once. I
No.
took the liberty to read the ingredients.
Nice.
It's grapes, red grapes.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You wanna
I
go
thought it
see
was-
if that
I thought it was
that
red
thing's
lemons.
still kicking?
Oh.
Cause we messed the video up on the first one.
Hey,
Sorry
ya boy.
about that.
Ya boy.
Yeah, bro. Make sure that red light's going. Cool. But honestly, I don't know. I've been in a big lemonade kick, and Minute Maid lemonade is just
Specifically?
elite. Yeah.
Elite.
Oh man, I'm a big fruit punch guy. Honestly,
Really?
yeah. Like, if you go to one of those places that has like the Coke machine,
Yeah.
usually gonna
High
probably,
C?
yeah, usually probably
High
go
C
with
orange. Pff, come on.
I
Come
like
on.
the Minute Maid berry punch is actually really good.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I've heard
It's
that.
really
I've heard
sweet.
that. Yeah.
It's very good though.
Mm.
Yeah. No, dude, but there are some drinks back in the day too, like Tang, like that shit was
I never really dabbled in that.
no.
Not Tang. I was big into Ovaltine. Do you know
That is switching it up big time.
Yeah, not a juice.
Certainly
but
not.
Just
What
an old
age?
school
What
drink.
age was this?
Just an old school drink, like 8, 9 years old. Coming home, snack time.
Isn't Ovaltine for like
Old people?
and mad young people?
I
I mean, I'm just asking. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm just asking.
I had that shit last week.
I just thought it was like
Dude.
Ovaltine was like you would get 2 scoops of Ovaltine and some milk, and then that's
Yeah.
why now I make the least chocolatey chocolate milk ever.
Oh, dude, I remember growing up. I'd wake up and I'd go to the counter, put the TV on, eat some cereal, and then all of a sudden I'd hear from like the next room, like Mike or Matt, "Mom, can I have a breakfast drink?" And it's just one of
They're
those
fired.
those carnation like.
Carnation
really
instant
good.
breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but it's so fun. They
That
never
gas.
ate breakfast, yo. They
Ew,
just ate
really?
breakfast
You guys
drinks.
wouldn't eat food?
No, I just drank those
Oh my
every day
God.
before school.
I'm up eating cereal every day
Fire.
of my life, and these so funny.
They were
That's
that
crazy.
gas.
I know
Swear to
they are
God.
really good, but I like food.
That's fair.
They filled you up.
That's fair.
But
All from
Whatever.
the Kool-Aid Man.
I,
That's so
I
funny.
just had to bring it up.
I came with a question, you guys.
Oh, okay.
I'm ready.
And I'll start us off because since you guys can have time to think about it. But
Perfect.
my question was, what is the worst punishment you ever got as a kid?
Oh,
I don't
And
even
like,
know.
why? Yeah, you have time. So mine was actually one time my mom like went to the grocery store or something, and my older brother and I were playing like some basketball game. I don't know what year it was, but like NBA Live or 2K or whatever it was.
Mhm.
And she told us to do something while she was at the grocery store and like have it done by the time that she was back. And so we didn't. We kept playing the video game. We totally forgot. And when she got back, she of course flipped out, but she made us play the video game for the rest of the day. Like no
What?
breaks, no
Whoa.
dinner.
That's so
Like,
weird.
We had to play. She was like, "Oh, you guys want to play video games? You're playing video games." We had to play this game. I was so bored by the time I went to bed.
It was
that
2K.
night.
You said?
It was like either 2K or NBA Live, like whatever year it was,
Oh my goodness.
where that
Oh,
was the
jeez.
popular game. The whole time.
Wow.
That's just
Oh
odd.
man, it was. We were bored to tears. You can only get so many games that end in a
Nothing
row.
creative like
Oh,
that
no.
for me.
No, dude, I can't.
I just used to get my phone taken away because I suck.
right.
I just didn't do
I
my
mean, we-
schoolwork. So
Yeah, I guess. It was
my
just
dad
a
would be
story
like,
I
"All
wa-
right, all
I
right, you
wanted
don't
to
want
tell.
to do your schoolwork? You gonna get a 70 in that class? I'm gonna take your phone away." So you just take my phone away for like a week.
Oh man, I don't know, dude.
No.
I mean,
Being the oldest, he got in
yeah.
trouble. Like
all the time
the first time.
for everything.
Yeah.
Oh, do you have any good ones?
Oh, I mean, it's just like a lot.
Oh,
Like not that not like I was like a bad kid or like got in trouble or like my parents yelled at me a lot, but it was just a good amount of times because I was the oldest one. I don't know, dude. Like I've been grounded a couple times, just like getting in arguments with my dad, like on the basketball court, like way too many times. Way too many times. I probably was like Oh man, that's so
You
funny.
would yell at him, the coach.
Well, yeah, because at the time I never understood all the like obviously all those like cliche things, but like I didn't understand it at all. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's funny.
why you don't yell at me? Like, and it's like, oh, it was just so funny, dude. Just things like obviously you wish you remember and like knew at the time, but
Oh yeah, went into
But-
it out
oh,
a
dude.
child's mind.
on just on the basketball court, like what? Like I'm trying, and like all these things, and oh my god, dude, just some funny stuff. But I obviously I would not want to have had anyone else as my basketball coach because that was so fun.
Oh,
Those
yeah, I bet.
practices.
The funniest group of weirdos I've ever seen.
Oh, shout out
his
to
team?
shout out to the travel basketball team. The I don't even know what you'd call us. Like what were we like the C squad? It's like four. There was like 4 teams. I think there was like 3 or 4
They
teams.
were the worst.
Oh, the C squad.
They
were
just
pretty bad.
used to fool around. It was the funny
Really?
shit.
And your
Oh,
dad was
dude.
the
Call it
coach?
name and play circus and penis.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
That's what you had to.
I mean, they
yeah.
never ran it,
No,
but
they
it was
never ran
funny.
it, but
Still, to
Gibby's
have
out-
a play in
yeah,
your playbook.
Gibby's out there calling plays the penis.
Play X.
circus.
My dad's like, I don't think we can do that. But yeah, dude, it was just it was a good time, dude. We never made it out of the first. I think we made it to the second round of a tournament like 3 total times, and it was like incredible. We were like, we have a game tomorrow. What do you mean we have a game tomorrow? Usually we come and play one
The
game.
second day?
Yeah, we gotta play a different team. But no, it was mad funny. What was like? We've talked about that, like your rec basketball, but like, did you have teams like that growing up?
So
or?
we didn't really have travel teams. What we had was a town league. It was probably like 8 or 9 teams.
Yeah.
And it was broken up into 2 different leagues. There was preteen, 8 to 12. And then actually they broke this one up as I went through it, but it used to be my first year of it was men against boys because it was 13 all the way up to 18 in the same league.
So an 8th grader versus a senior in high
Senior
school.
in
Yeah,
school.
yeah,
That's
yeah. It was
so
crazy.
unfair.
It was so
And
funny.
this is
though.
a town rec
But,
league.
yeah,
you had
this
seniors.
was the town rec league. A lot of teams because 8 to 12-year-olds. That 4-year group had 8 to 9.
So
teams.
were a lot of these like seniors in high school? Were they not on the basketball team? They just played
Oh
in
no,
this-
they just were like kids that didn't make the team. You know.
Oh my god! So they were just rec league all stars.
Dude,
just
there
going
was a
ham.
rec league all-star team every year.
Oh my
And
gosh.
So
Jeez.
so that was what it was because then every town in our around us would have a rec league all-star team too because they had their high school team and everything, but there was also that same
Oh,
rec
that's
league
bizarre.
concept. So we would have like rec league all-stars. I was on it one year. I
Oh,
was.
boy.
Straight
I got
ballin'.
the number 74. We got to get new jerseys.
Oh my
Oh,
I got
fire!
a
I'm
black
glad you
jersey
went with
number
that one.
74.
And would you play an all-star game?
Yeah.
Oh, fire!
We played a couple actually because we won a couple.
Oh, what like your town rec league's all-star team played the other all-star team?
Yeah, and it
Oh,
would be like a
interesting.
tournament.
That's
It was called I forget. It was some guy. Just, of
Some
course,
guy.
it
Some
was named
guy.
after some guy, just like every other
Oh my
event.
Were the two the
It was
all-star
probably
team, were
like
the other
first
all-star
name,
teams good?
middle initial, last name tournament.
Oh my
You know what I
God.
mean?
That's so funny. Were the other teams good that you played?
Oh yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
They
I
were-
was definitely
they
the
were
most
all-stars.
competitive, but
They were all-stars.
They were all-stars.
They
Rec
were
league
the
all-stars.
all-stars.
but the regular season was fun too because it was all kids from your high school. Like not just kids on the basketball team, but like all kids from your high school. So everyone was buzzing about it.
Oh
like,
my god!
You would know because people would go to the courts and hang out.
I didn't
and,
realize this
score
was like such a
games.
serious thing.
Oh, this was awesome.
So if you did-
Senior league was awesome. That's what it was called.
You were a senior in high school doing town rec league, bro, like there wasn't even a thing for
You
that.
stopped after 8th grade.
I know, but I'm saying
Oh,
like
it was big for us,
That's crazy.
dude. Oh, and so like I said, 8th grade to senior year. But then as I went through it, it became like there was a league for juniors and seniors, and then sophomores, freshmen, and 8th graders,
Word.
which was a little bit better broken up.
Yeah.
But it was fun, and I coached the team with my brother too.
oh yeah, you did. mention
We
Little
coached-
player coach Jackie Moon action.
No,
Oh my God.
I mean I played the whole thing. I played through, but then
that. Coach.
I still was living at home, so I coached the team with my brother. One of the teams it was 2 years. One of the teams we coached, we actually won. We won it all. I have the sweatshirt,
Oh yeah,
the Utah Jazz.
the Utah Jazz. Oh yeah, that is fire. That is
Yeah.
a fire sweatshirt.
Yep.
Dude, the player coach thing, dude, that's so funny. That happens in intramurals. Like on every team is player coach, except our team. We always had a real coach. It was the best. You always had someone showing up in a suit and tie as a coach.
That's
It's
hilarious.
so
Oh,
funny.
really?
Yeah, Kyle Jennings. Shout out Kyle Jennings.
But how much time did you spend at the courts, just like watching game, and when you were a kid with like your rec league? would you spend like a couple hours there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
You'd
yeah.
go
You'd
before
be there
your
all
game.
day.
you'd be there all
Yeah.
day because you want to go to the game
It
before.
was like
Yeah,
what you
the game
did.
before, and
You
you want to
shoot-
see the game after.
then you
Yeah,
shoot
you
in between.
every quarter.
Bro,
you
if
shoot.
you're feeling yourself that day, you might even go early when all like the kids are playing and just like shoot all day until your game.
Yep.
And that's like, dude. Sometimes I used to go shoot before my like in between when the kids were playing, and then would just go get lunch and then come back and like play the game or something.
Yeah,
like, just be
people are
there
always
all
showing
day.
up with McDonald's.
All the time. Dude, they had to senior year for football. Coach Martin like shut down people going like out. You know, you can't leave the campus anymore because, dude, up until senior year, kids would just show up like 10 minutes before the game with a Subway sandwich and like they'd be like, "Oh, coach, I'll be get ready in a second. I gotta eat." I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Where were you this whole time? Like, oh my god, dude, kids just like showing up with in the middle of nowhere, like with just anything at any time, right before a game.
That's
Could not
funny.
care less. Eating the rest of the sandwich with like the uniform on.
You want to reset that camera?
I can reset the camera.
It's gonna be every 10 minutes. That's broke. Ooh. But I don't know. Rec basketball is a crazy experience. So funny because you just get everyone from your school, and it's just the athletes and then the non-athletes
yeah.
and the kids who just have a blast playing rec
Oh, yeah.
basketball.
Oh, all
So
that I would
fun.
do would be chuck up some threes. That was it. And I would nail a couple, but I mean that was what I did. You knew it. If you were giving it to me and I was open,
It was going up.
it was going up. It might be going in.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No, dude, but Brian intramurals, wicked fun. That's where I hit the most threes I've ever hit in my entire life. I was balling out of control. Player of the week that week.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, 20. I couldn't even tell you. I think I had. Nah, whatever. Who cares? But I had a good amount of points. I think I had like 4 or 5 threes.
That's a good game.
Yeah.
Especially for a game like that, a pickup game, essentially.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, we were out there balling.
That's what you want.
Oh, but yeah, dude. So what do you what age were the kids that you were coaching when you were doing it?
Oh, so we coached like the juniors and seniors in high school. Like I knew like everyone that I was coaching. You know what I mean? Like they were kids
what?
my age. Yeah.
Oh,
They were kids like a year younger than me.
championship? Oh, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
Oh, the funniest part about the championship is our record, because, the regular season we didn't win one game.
Yeah.
We didn't win one game,
didn't
but
win a
every
single
team made
game?
the playoffs because it was rec basketball.
Oh, true.
And so like you had paid your $50, you're getting at least near how many games everyone else is getting.
No video.
No video.
No video.
Oh, no video.
Yeah, screw it.
Oh, all right. Well, speaking of Bryant, Mike, every time you came up to Bryant, it's a pretty
Ooh.
good time.
Enlighten us.
It was all right.
Little third
It was
person.
all right.
I'm not confessing nothing.
No, I was just gonna say it was a good time.
It was a great time.
Yeah. No, but James, when you came over to the Bryant squad,
Oh yeah. When I
Initial
did-
thoughts.
What was that like?
I got
Initial-
You being James Marieski,
Yes.
moving in to a house with 5 giant ass football players.
Oh, it was definitely like right away I knew what I was in for, because the place when I moved in was not clean. I didn't realize that they had been living there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
oh, certainly.
And
been
they had been going crazy a little bit. Yeah, so I moved in by myself, thank God.
Indeed.
No, really.
Thank God, indeed.
Really, it was just a big time mess. Not that it was like bad to me, but I was just like glad I didn't bring anyone else up. There was some stuff that a young mind can see, but that he doesn't want his parents to see. You know,
Oh, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. There was a lot of trash.
there was just a lot of trash, a lot of stuff going
Just,
on.
yeah, there's just a lot of
But
stuff, and it was gross.
so it was actually pretty nice. Like when I first met them, they had football practice that day or something, so they didn't come back till a little bit later on. But when they did, I met them all. They were all really nice, and actually they ended up, of course, being my best friends at college. Like,
Of
and I
course.
had a great college experience. I felt like part of the football family. No, I really did. All my friends were the people on the football team. Everyone I knew, because other than one person that snuck around once, he just name dropped me. In the most bizarre circumstances, but like he just walked through our house and was like, James Marieski, and that was like the only person. People looked at me and were like, you know other people besides us, besides the football kids.
Yeah, dude, that was the most strange situation I've ever seen in my entire life. Me and James are standing outside, and all of a sudden, it's coming out of
after
nowhere.
a raid of our house.
Oh yeah, the DPS had just come through. We're standing outside. Back doors open, front doors open, and there's people all over the townhouses. It's a nightmare. And all of a sudden, this kid just comes stumbling out of the hill behind our house, and he just locks eyes with James, and he goes, "James Marieski?" And I look at James and I go, "James? What?" And he's like, "I don't know." And then he goes, "Dude, can I cut through your house?" And James is like, sure, bro." And our house was pretty much on the end. Like, he could have walked around the house totally fine, but just walked right through. And I'm standing there and I'm
Back
looking
door
at
to
James.
front door, left, just cut through.
Just right through, all the way through. And I'm standing there looking at James and like, and for no reason assuming, but I was like, "Dude, how do you know other people here that well?" Because I only have like
Those
James
are my best friends. Football was like the only kids I knew.
Oh, dude! If James wasn't in class, like, he was home, like, and like we were chilling, like, or we were going somewhere. So it was like when I saw this kid, like, not only say like James, like he knew you, but just use your full name.
Yeah.
Like
You're an icon.
have you ever gone around anywhere and been like seen someone and they go, Mike Madoian? And you're like, what? That's me.
It's
but
like
dude,
Jerry Seinfeld, or like any famous, but like that's how
Yeah,
you greet
right.
a famous
oh
person.
my god, that is so funny. But yeah, dude, like when first moving in, when we like with James coming in, you know,
Oh, I'm sure you guys didn't know what to expect.
we had no idea.
And
what
I
to
didn't make it
expect.
easy on you either.
No,
I had my Facebook pictures like
James had 2 Facebook pictures, and I don't even know if they were set as profile pictures. Like, I don't even know if he had one. But the only 2 that were on there was like him just sitting at a table. I don't even know. This
So
is
many.
years ago. And then the other one that I know was you with like a bunch of like Pokemon stuff around you.
stuffed animals.
Yeah,
Mad
the stuffed
animals.
That was
Oh
super
yeah,
fun.
and we were like, oh good gracious.
But it wasn't like they were mine. I just was like,
But it
at
was
the
just
time,
the only 2
there
pictures.
was a picture
with
of
us.
me holding mad stuffed animals.
And so it's like we're all like, I guess we'll find out what happens
Yeah.
when we
I guess,
shows up.
Here we
We'll cross
go.
that bridge when we get there.
Oh man, dude.
But I didn't know what to expect either, because I looked you guys all up one by one. I was like, oh, this kid plays football. And I was like, oh, this kid plays football.
They all play
And then
football.
I had to look up what actuarial mathematics was. He was the only one with his major listed on his Facebook.
Oh
page.
really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have that. I
No.
never had that.
Yeah.
Human resources.
Yeah, it was.
They
I was
must know
like, I had
me
to look
for
up what that
HR.
was, and I was like, he seems smart.
Seems like a smart cookie. But no, that's too funny, dude.
James, could you do the Target thing for me real quick?
Oh my god.
Oh wow, that's gonna be a big pull, but oh man.
Put it on the spot.
Right on the spot. It's one of my favorite things.
Oh, it's so basically you just go up to say an unwary victim.
An unwary victim. Someone
And
very unwilling
You
and
just drop
not
such
aware.
a fast question on them that they don't know how to deal with it. So I believe the question is, so do you know how Target's the one-stop shop for all you might need? And then they either answer like, huh, or just silence, or they're like, yeah. And then you hit them with, who do you think drummed up that superstar? And that's when the wheels fall off their thinking wagon.
Oh
They
my
are
God.
they are in a state of disarray at that point, because
It's over.
you don't have an
You've
answer. You
stumped
just
them.
it's
Truly
they're
good for Target though, honestly. You know, like how hard to come into an
Who do you
industry where
think
Walmart
drummed up?
is who
So
drummed up that
Who
idea?
do you think drummed up that superstar?
They just said, hey, we're gonna be the red version of Walmart, so let's just go with
so
that.
nice. Just red and khakis.
Oh yes, excuse me, Target.
Oh yeah.
The fancy version.
The fancy version. There is only one version, and it's Target.
Target. My
Oh.
bad.
Your
I
bad.
apologize.
Yeah, you are. It is your bad.
Excuse you.
Oh,
Get off my podcast.
get off this.
No,
right
but
now.
I just want to say again, I am very honored to be the first.
Oh,
guest
dude,
on
Oh,
the
it is.
show.
of course.
Like I said, I would.
We're honored to have you.
James,
Wait, thank you.
been living together for 4 years now. You know, wouldn't have happened any other way.
Yes.
But dude, so like I said, crazy things going on in the NBA world. You like the Nets? We discussed that and everything.
Yeah, how about the Celtics for you two? They're playing
Dude,
hot.
the Celtics.
Recent-
Kyrie Irving might be the most diva person.
Dude thinks the world's flat.
Oh yeah.
Who?
I don't get it. How do you think the world's flat? Do you think the world's flat?
No, because
It's
just how the
it
sun
doesn't make
rises and
sense.
doesn't and sets. You could
It
just
doesn't
see
make
it,
sense.
especially even if you're higher. How you could see this.
Logically, I don't get it.
I love some of the arguments, like when people like put like a ball in the ground and they're like, "See, it doesn't roll," and it's
Yeah,
like, dude,
it
what?
doesn't make any sense.
You're in a like, oh my gosh, it's just and then
Yeah, because if there was an end and it was just you fell off, yeah, no one would have found it by now.
Yeah.
the ice wall.
Well,
dude,
I
the
mean, they
ice
probably
wall.
just fell off if they did find it.
That's
So,
true, I guess.
What happened? I almost want to say this. I almost want to say this and just move on and just leave all the questions to filter in again. What happened to the Malaysia planes? Is no one going to get to the bottom of that?
Dude, I think
we
they
just
gave
gave up.
I think they gave up.
I don't
That's
know.
it. That's a
Dude,
lot of. That's a big one.
They're gone.
That's a big one.
Yeah, just kind of yeah.
No
it's,
one's talking. No one. It's over.
It's yeah. It's
Doesn't
been
make
over
any
for a while, but also like yeah, they pretty much just like disappeared, acknowledged for a little while that they disappeared, and then we're just like,
Yeah,
well, they're
there's
gone.
nothing we can do. What?
Dude,
What do you
it's-
think the next story was? Was it like
the next
what,
story to
what
like take
distra-
that
what,
over?
What carpeted that?
The next day, people move on so fast from that stuff.
Oh,
It's
dude,
crazy.
I don't know. And then
It could have been Damn Daniel.
bro, then it could have been honestly. He was on Ellen the
The,
next day.
the dude with the white pants went on Ellen, and the
Oh.
search stopped.
The search stopped completely.
Ellen
Oh,
came on at 4:00, and then everyone in the search party was like, "You know what?
You know
This
what'd
is
be funny?
this is too good."
This
You
is
know what'd
just
be
too
funny
good.
is if like also one of like the family members of the people on that plane was just like, oh,
Have you heard of this damn Daniel?
Forgot about it.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, my dad. Oh my dad's missing.
Just gone with the wind.
My dad's gone.
He
Oh,
disappeared like a TV show.
damn Daniel, you rascal. How dare you.
Freaking
damn,
back at
damn
it
you,
again.
Daniel.
Damn you, damn Daniel, damn you. Oh, dude, some of those things that like pop up in our famous though are just how in the world did a girl go from being on Dr. Phil and telling an entire crowd of people to cash me outside to having she's now a rapper? She's got a show,
And she's good.
dude. But it's just like
good?
what?
I'm a fan.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
a low key fan of Bad Baby.
Oh God,
Her song with Lil Baby,
I have not listened.
What a good.
I guess.
Uh,
Her song with
collab.
Lil Yachty,
Oh,
Gucci flip flops,
oh, I apologize.
Schmacker,
Honestly, how dare I?
Schmacker,
But dude, like, how does
goes
someone-
nuts.
You literally just become a meme, like the long
Yeah.
neck and things like that. The damn long neck guy.
yeah,
Who's doing that,
Dude,
Who's-
that is the dumbest shit.
Dude, you just out there being a creature, an
got a
absolute
long neck.
creature,
oh, so long.
and he's just got that. He's raking
He's
in
telling
the
people to
head.
suck
Well,
on his neck.
I like the
Oh,
big neck guy.
my neck.
Oh,
I like
it's
the big
disgusting.
neck guy.
Wide
I
neck?
really no, yeah, wide neck. I
That's-
really loved his memes, like Odell Neckham. That's funny. That's really
Oh
funny.
my
That's a
God.
good one. That's a good one. That's great.
It's just funny.
I've never seen that.
No, that.
Oh
that was
my
a good one.
God.
But like again, he's a meme because he got arrested
Yeah.
and was literally just has whatever wrong
The
with him.
widest
such a
neck.
And now
Oh,
they're
man.
just raking in the cash because they're just gross, weird people.
Yeah. I mean,
Good for them.
ooh, stinky.
A little disturbance in the ether.
That's funny.
Ooh.
No, I don't know. People pop up all around with those
Damn,
those
Daniel.
weird quirks.
Oh, Alex and I once saw what I can only describe as a goblin.
Oh,
Goblin?
oh, Christmas in
A
heaven.
goblin?
Listen
Oh.
to this, dude.
Oh man. Oh,
I mean,
please.
We're outside of our apartment where we're currently recording this right now. We're driving, and we're going up to the stop sign. And I swear to God, this person popped out of absolute thin air.
nowhere.
They
Nowhere.
they were so they're like about 2 feet from the passenger side door when we noticed this person.
So
She
close.
had to be 1,000,000 years old.
Is it just
old.
Just
So
1
old.
million?
Maybe 2. Just so old. But also so old where she's now hunched
Literally, actually green colored.
and like instead of taking like stepping just like one step after another, she's kind of shuffling like
Oh
taking
my
2
God.
steps as one at the same time. And so all of it is just a connective hunch, shuffle, and old,
Oh.
and just this greenish hue around her. To the point
A
where
green hue.
really was, I swear, and that is why he said goblin, because we were like, I'm driving
We
almost at
jumped
the
out of our
stop sign
skin.
and looked to my right and went, oh,
Oh.
and she was just shuffling. shuffle it
So
over. And I
horrifying.
drive away, and then when we're coming back, she has not made it more than 20 yards from where we left for the first time.
Oh man.
But she was now like crossing through the woods, so when we saw her, we just got a little bit of a glimpse of her like between some trees, and it was just as if she was like living there. It was terrifying.
Did you consider telling the authorities
Oh,
that there's a
God,
One
no.
time, dude. One time, I
There's a
I don't even know.
non-human
I might have
life
not
form.
even told you this one. One time, I had a guy who couldn't get in the front,
Oh.
in the front door, the
Oh,
glass door,
no.
and I was like, oh, like this guy, he looks like someone that might be like living here. I'll let him in.
Didn't
So I
live
let him
here.
in.
Definitely didn't.
So and then he starts walking upstairs, and I start walking upstairs to my apartment.
And he wanted to come in.
And he looks, and he turns, and he's like, starts opening, like turning my knob on
Oh
my door.
my God.
And I'm like, oh my God, sweet, like what is going on? So I go, sir, like, what are you doing? He's like, my son. And I go,
No,
this
no.
is my apartment. He goes, no, my son. I go, no, sir, like I live here. I don't know who you're looking for. And he's like, been knocking.
I'm looking for my
He's now
son.
knocking on my door that I'm trying to get into, and I'm like, dude, what is happening right now? And I'm like,
That's
nah,
so
man,
weird.
like you're not. This is not at all. what
There's
you're
no
looking for.
way.
Your son is nowhere in this.
And I've seen this guy since then, just wandering around, and
He's
I'm like,
still
oh my
looking
God,
for his
he's
son.
Still looking for his
He's-
son's apartment. He has no idea. So I kind of feel bad sometimes because I'm like, oh, I could have helped him, but he's just been wandering the streets ever
Some
since.
people can't be helped, and it sounds like he might fall into that category.
Yeah,
Just going up and opening doors or
Random
trying
doors.
to, like without being sure. That's not a thing you do. You know,
no.
it's
certainly
like
yeah.
it's like you double check the license plate on the Uber before you go getting it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
I open it every time. Just hey,
Yeah.
excuse me,
is
here
this
for Alex?
Uber for me?
I had this discussion last night, and I was saying that when I first took Uber, like one or two times, the first two times, I would get in the front seat, and then after like the second or third time, I went to get in the front seat, and the guy was like, "Get in the back." And
Whoa.
ever since then, I've never
That's
tried.
crazy.
So I always sit in the back now.
Get in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like
I don't want to sit next to you.
Nope.
Please
So
get
I
in the
just
back.
get chauffeured now. But I feel like now that I've been doing it for a while, that it's kind of like what I should have been
Yeah,
doing the whole
I don't
time.
get in the front.
No.
No. Because then
Kind of
it's,
hate myself that I ever got in the front
Well,
seat.
if you have a group, then yeah. But I mean,
oh yeah, when
Oh,
you
well,
have to.
you
get
have
in
to,
the
one
you
or
have to.
two,
But if it's just me
back.
and this other guy, like, yeah, you don't want to
It's
be
weird.
shoddy with this person. No, I feel bad for those Ubers.
front. Hey, where are we going?
Hey,
Can I drive?
Hey, pal. Oh my gosh.
Do you need a break?
You ever let the passenger drive? I'd love to. No, dude, but Uber is
really putting the U in Uber.
Uber.
you and Uber. Oh my god, that is funny. Oh my gosh, Uber. No, dude, Uber is an absolute nightmare.
Oh, what a difference maker!
That's a dip.
Imagine even trying to.
Oh, but
go
they
out.
know. Oh, they know though.
No, but
with
I
the
mean-
surge prices.
No, I mean just imagine like 20 years ago trying to go out and get back home in Boston.
Yeah, those were the real times.
Yeah.
Walking home at 1 a.m.
With no GPS, barefoot in the snow.
with a map,
Yeah,
a paper map.
yeah, not
A paper map.
paper map.
Back-
Scroll. if you will.
Scroll.
Yeah, paper
You,
map.
you had the town deeds in a booklet,
In your hand.
and you brought it in your
A
briefcase
time when the key
everywhere
to the
you
town really meant something.
That is the dumbest. I got the key to the town today.
Yeah, I got a key
Are they
to the
just
city.
handing out keys to your town?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot there was one entrance. To
And
the
there
city.
was one door,
You
and it
can't-
needs to be
yeah.
open.
Oh, and
It's
you're-
closed?
And you
It's
have
locked?
the very
It's locked?
the honorable distinction of unlocking it for us.
It's only at your house.
You of all people.
You got to knock on your. Can I get the key?
Yeah. What if you're late, huh? What if you're late?
What if you're on vacation?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, can you watch the key for me?
Is there a spare?
There's
There is
spare.
spare. Who
Oh
has the
my
backup?
God.
What if you lose that copy?
Is there a key under the rug of the city?
Is it under the rock?
Oh my goodness.
So
yeah.
dumb.
Is there a backup person we can give this to? Like, listen, you didn't get the real key to the city. You're good enough. You can unlock it if the real person isn't available, though.
That's funny.
They like try and sabotage that guy.
Oh my gosh. Hide the key on people. No, one thing I was going to ask you, both of you guys, because one thing you do have a connection on,
Wow.
is
Michael,
you what?
my middle name. And
James
his-
Michael. No, it is not the name of your middle name and Mike's first name. It is that you guys both were tennis superstars
I
Ooh,
in
was-
your day.
Terribly average at the sport.
really?
Um,
Probably me too.
I was the farthest I made it was JV.
Mike had a wicked serve.
We got
Oh, I
me
bet.
and my partner, shout out Charlie Compton, got called up to one varsity match, and we were the last duo.
Oh, the third doubles or whatever.
Duo, freaking. We were the last.
Yeah, what do you guys?
Played
you
too
can
much
see.
Fortnite.
You can see how much I played tennis. We were the last doubles match to go on, and the whole match versus this other high school relied on us winning.
Oh,
In the
that's tough.
first varsity match we got called up in,
It was like,
and we obviously lost.
oh,
It was so
Heartbreaking.
bad.
Heartbreaking.
Of
That's
course.
tough.
Yeah, we never got called up again.
I lost one of those games before. It's
Yeah.
That's a tough one, and it was against our rival too, East Lyme.
Oh, that's
I
tough.
hate
The
you, East Lyme.
Slimers.
If there's a reverse call
Curse
out,
you, East Line.
no, really, this East Lyme, we called them the Slimers.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
funny. That's a good one.
And our coach hated them too, which was good.
It's even better.
But yeah, you got to be
Actually,
all in. or
the
nothing.
double
One
whammy.
funny story from our coach, or our coach.
Your
Oh.
couch?
Yes, our coach. Our coach one time, I wasn't on the team at this point, but he told us as we arrived to play the same team, East Lyme, that one time he said, "I've never done this again, never will do it." He brought a can of soda, and as they were leaving the bus, he said, "Let's open up a can of whoop ass on him," and he cracked the soda, but like it just fell so flat that
Oh,
joke
I
that they
can
lost.
awkward.
They came out so flat footed and just like got
About as
demolished.
flat as that goddamn soda he popped, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. My only tennis experience.
Oh,
What?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You don't even know about this?
Tennis experience?
Yeah, I have tennis
No.
we
experience.
played too.
I had tennis experience when I went to tennis camp. It was
Ooh.
at Wickford Middle School,
That's tough.
and I got kicked out of tennis camp
Really?
because I hit it so far over the fence that it was just not worth teaching me anymore. So they just told me to leave.
Wow.
Yep.
That's something.
They gave up.
Yeah,
A lost cause.
I absolutely
No,
love
You need
it.
what
to
ha-
remove yourself
what
from
happened
this
to No
camp.
Child Left Behind?
This is not
It
the
doesn't
case.
apply to
This
tennis.
is the most cutthroat tennis camp I've ever been a part of. They were really,
Honestly.
but yeah,
That's funny.
the only
That's-
tennis experience that I have is that.
Please leave, sir.
Are there any like Mike? You said you only played like a little bit. Are there any sports that you played that you like? Maybe like I don't know how to like tennis. Like wasn't like I never should have played tennis. Like
I played tennis as a joke in high school
Oh,
with this with my doubles partner.
with Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
where's
was
Oh,
just-
I
But like, did you ever do
wrestling.
like a sport? Like I did
wrestling.
Oh.
Yo,
I was hoping
come
we'd
on,
skip
Alex.
over it.
Come on, Alex.
Dude.
I
Let's
was
hear
hoping
those
we would
wrestling
skip-
stories.
skip past this
Let's
one.
go.
Why-
Let's go. Thank you,
You wanna
James.
go
Alright,
back
I
and
opened
forth
you.
with wrestling
Thank
stories?
you.
I got you.
Thank you. Alex has the
Oh, man.
best wrestling stories ever.
Oh, sweet. Let him tell them all.
Ever. Let's get
Oh my
this.
god.
Carry on, sir.
Oh,
Where would you like to start?
I don't even know. Do you want to start with the six? Do you want to start with?
Oh, no, please. I don't need to go.
Kick it off.
Dude, so I start when I was a young warthog. When I was in 6th grade, tried out for the basketball team. Unfortunately, I was not one of the 2 6th graders to make it.
Sheesh.
Shout
That's
out
tough.
shout out to Chris Hess and Austin Berry. They were,
Oh, yeah, I mean.
They're
they were
athletic,
pretty
That's
good.
tough.
just from what I've heard.
Yeah, one's
Yeah,
one's
one's
on the
MLB.
Yankees. So I didn't make it, and I figured, hey, let me do wrestling. Some of my other friends are on the wrestling team. And
Bad decision.
bad choice.
Bad
So
decision.
your boy, with not 1 ounce of wrestling experience, was a little bit bigger than some of these 6th graders. So when you go to the matches, your boy is partnered up with mostly, if not
8th graders.
primarily 8th graders.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
With loads
Of
of
Tons.
experience.
if not at the minimum 3 years, because they've done
Yeah,
it
they've
6th
done
grade, 7th
middle
grade, and
school,
8th
yeah.
grade. So at the very minimum, they have 3 years of experience, and I have about
Zero.
Oh,
Couple
man.
days.
So I think that all of my matches combined time totaled maybe a minute and a half.
Oh, you're just getting slammed?
Dude, within 13
Seconds.
I was
seconds,
bad at
Seconds.
wrestling
10
too.
seconds.
Yeah.
like within very, very short amount of time, I was being pinned on the ground. And it was bad. It was really bad. So I went through the entire season being that bad at wrestling. And I decided, I don't want to do this again. So I didn't do it again. But the coach for the wrestling team was our shop teacher,
Oh.
Mr. Peckham. And good Lord, did he want me to be on the wrestling team. So
Even though we just saw you get walloped?
I could not
But-
tell you to this
But
day
with
why.
experience, as
So-
in 8th grade, would you have been good, do you think?
Maybe.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, maybe. But by that
He couldn't give two shits about wrestling.
I never wanted to be a wrestler, so
I
it was
see,
just
I see.
like not the case.
So
So 7th grade comes around again. Unfortunately, don't make the basketball team, but I do not go out for wrestling.
Good.
But I'm reminded constantly by the woodshop teacher and this guy that I should be on the team. 8th grade rolls around and I finally make the basketball team. And this guy, to my face, straight up told me that basketball is for tall, skinny people. And I was just not that. And I was like, oh, word.
Wow.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah. And I felt like I was a pretty big guy. I mean, I was probably like 5'9", 5'10", like
Bigger than
185 pounds.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, word. Thanks, shop teacher. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah.
But this guy kept me on the roster for the wrestling team for 3 straight years so that if I ever decided I wanted to come out, I could go do it again. So one faithful night,
Whoa.
8th grade,
Oh yeah.
they asked me, Alex, we need you to come out for the wrestling match tonight.
Oh,
We need a win. We need to go. We have this one player. They can't go face. We need you to come. And I'm playing basketball. I'm doing all this stuff. But I'm like, you know what? There's no practice. Like, we're done with practice. Whatever. I'll do it. So hours before, like, whatever, I go to do warm-ups. They're teaching me to do the sprawls. I'm going in circles, kind of just seeing how I shoot, doing all this stuff.
I'm just imagining like a slideshow, like a Rocky slideshow.
Oh, yeah.
of,
Definitely a
training.
montage.
Very poor
He's
though.
like
Very
lifting
very
books.
poor.
But again, I've been on the roster for now 3 years now, but I haven't been at any of the matches all season. This is now
Right.
late in the season, so they had to tell everybody that I was suspended for the last like 5 months of
Oh, they
school.
made it up.
Oh yeah, for fighting and for like my grades because I just was this.
They just painted
like,
you a felon.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah.
big time. 5-time state champion wrestler. Was suspended.
Not
my
him.
God.
Not him.
No, but they said that I was.
Oh really?
Oh,
yes, they
my
said that I
goodness.
was a 5-time.
Why?
Because I was going against the real
The
5-time state champion.
Yeah.
The kid I was going against my options were a 200-pound girl, and she was probably very good. No offense there, or a 185-pound 5-time state champion. For 5 straight years, every time he's been in the States, he's won. And I was
So-
like, I'm going with the dude. So they said that I was this bad kid, just suspended for fighting, all this stuff, like mad good. And so again, they told me that I was going to go around in the circles a couple times, kind of like feel everything out, and then like someone's going to shoot. As soon as they blew the whistle or like put the arm up, the kid comes right at me as fast as he can.
Oh, they got
How
you.
long was it?
Like 20 seconds, 25 seconds.
Yeah.
But before I knew it, we
Yeah.
both had flipped around, and then I honestly don't even know how I got it. But I had my left arm around the backside of his neck, and then my right arm around one of his legs, and then I had clamped it so that he was like pretty locked up in a pretzel.
Oh,
And I
wow.
was like, oh my God, I might win. And
They
then
just come in out of nowhere.
Oh my God! What is going on?
in the midst of holding that and like thinking maybe I could have pinned the real 5-time state champion within like 10 seconds, he like kicks out in this bucking bronco style.
It just sprawls like
as
a
hard
butterfly
as he
stroke
can,
upside down.
and rips my fingers out from under me. And literally, I didn't even realize he had done it. He had flipped me over and pinned me, and I was done. And
Oh my God.
everyone that had thought that I was this like
Where it's like, who
big
is
tough
this
kid
kid?
was like, what in the world did I just watch? And I literally took the shoes off and I went home right afterwards. I didn't care about any of the other matches. I went there for one reason and one reason only: to get my butt kicked.
Was to lose.
Oh man,
That's funny.
the wrestling was just not for me.
Yeah.
But it sounds like it was for you.
Oh no, you must have got the wrong idea. Mine was more like just the running in circles thing. It was pretty pathetic.
Oh my
It
goodness.
was just I actually took the other side of the option. I my first and only wrestling match was against a girl, and so I pretty much just ran in circles around and got knocked around big time. I got knocked around. This girl was actually really tough, but that's not to my credit. I just
not to my credit, I beat this girl. Pretty
no,
good.
I just was running around in circles, getting knocked around, and that was it. And then I went home.
Oh my.
But
goodness.
yeah, I was done with wrestling after that. I thought it was gonna be more like WWE.
Oh no.
Like I was.
What, it was gonna be fake?
Yeah, no, no. I just thought
There
it
was gonna be a
like
Jumping off the top
deliver-
ropes.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be
There's gonna
jumping
be
off the
tables.
turnbuckle. You know, like really
No,
going
dude.
for it, dropping elbows.
Oh, I'm,
But I would have been ready. I would have won if it was that case. But it was
yeah,
like
you had all types of moves in that.
If there were no rules, I would have won.
James had been studying tape for years
No,
at
no.
that point.
You should see my drop kick.
My chair slam was impeccable.
Yeah.
James's repertoire of
Repertoire.
WWE
That
moves.
repertoire.
Well,
Wow.
'cause
I
my
was
oldest brother would do
miles
them
long.
on me. My oldest brother would do all the moves on me. Oh, he would practice them.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's tough. I didn't know any WWE moves to pull on anybody.
One time, this kid that lived down the street, my brother's friend, Charlie's friend, gave him a real stone cold stunner, and it hurt so bad.
Oh my
I
God.
think Charlie got a bloody nose.
Oh,
Do you know the stunner? Do you know what it looks
No.
like? Oh, it's no, basically, you put the guy's head like to set up. You kick him in like the midsection, and so then they hunch forward like this, and then you grab him around the neck and just like jump down and land on.
Oh,
your butt.
Jesus.
So you like the recoil or whatever just like snaps him.
And you shouldn't be doing that as a regular person.
oh my goodness. no.
Yeah,
That's
but
that's rough.
a dangerous
Off-
move.
Of not a
Dangerous-
spring-loaded
on
like
cement,
floor.
yo.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
On cement. So it's
He
just
did it in his
full force.
driveway.
Dude, I can, like,
Hey,
feel
bro,
that.
can you come here for a second? I gotta show you something.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ready?
man.
Ready? Bang.
Remember kids like you would just do stuff like that, like be so physical with your friends,
Oh,
just
dude.
like brutal sometimes.
Absolutely brutal. Just play like kill the carrier. You're just running around like absolutely mauling kids.
Boom.
No
Backyard
pads.
football even or like
Yeah, kill the
pickup
carrier.
games. Oh,
You know kill the carrier?
sick. No.
Oh, it's pretty
Please
much
explain.
whoever has the ball. Everyone
You
attacks
should-
them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a fun
Exactly
It's
what
an
it
intense
sounds
game.
like. Yeah,
Game.
absolutely.
how good were you?
I was all right.
I feel like I can just imagine like bodies at your ankles as you run.
Oh man, that's funny. That has happened before. Just dragging people. That's a fun time. Just
I bet.
dragging people to a first down.
Full
I'll never
other people
forget.
you're
I'll
playing
never
against.
forget one of my favorite stories that Blaze tells. And shout out to Blaze. I love Blaze. But when Blaze was, I'm running down in practice, and Brenton got me by the ankles, and I'm like just
How big was Brenton at the time?
well, senior year, so he's about as tall as he is now.
What's that?
I don't know.
Not tall.
Well, no, but I'm just, but I'm just saying that at the time, the story is that Brenton was on my ankles and I'm just dragging him to the next first down as Blaze is coming to like square and tee up on me, and I just lowered my shoulder and my head as Blaze came and just put him into the ground.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
R.I.P. Blaze.
Yeah,
Down
Oh,
to
you
the.
guys gonna have Blaze on here?
Oh, of
Forever?
course. Of
Sweet.
course.
that is gonna be
That's gonna be a great
much
episode.
anticipated
Yep.
episode.
Oh, I can't wait.
Can't wait to
listen
have you
that
on,
episode.
Blaze. Love you, buddy.
I cannot wait to listen to that. Oh, I hope he does his Tom Brady.
Oh my God,
I
Tom Brady. That's amazing.
Yeah. So I just had one more question for you guys. Just
Lay it on me.
oh, I will. What is your biggest pet peeve, or like one of them? Just
Biggest pet peeve.
if you guys
Do you
want
have
time
one
to
big
think.
pet peeve?
Oh man.
Share yours first.
Do you have
Oh.
one big one?
My biggest pet peeve, and it's always been this, has been when you're like staring off into space or like deep in thought, and then someone comes up to you and waves their hand in your face. Oh, I hate
Oh,
that.
wow,
And they
that
snap you
is-
out of it. Oh, I hate that. You know, I was just about to crack the code.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
honestly, and
And,
not.
and
yeah.
you know, do you know what I was thinking about a second ago? Me either. Now,
No,
it's gone. You know?
Yeah, now we both lost it. Thanks.
I was like deep in thought, and it was something sweet.
Yeah, you're in like a daydream too, and
Yeah.
you're trying to like go back to the point. You're trying to get back to the point where you are spaced out, but you're like, no, I'm fully aware that
Yeah,
I'm trying
it's
to do
like
this now.
it's you go in for a second and you just like almost pop a blood vessel with concentration or
God.
something. It's like,
No,
oh, you just took me completely out of it, and I loved where I was 1 minute ago.
that is a good one.
And it's annoying too. Like you
That
don't
is
have
a
to
good
do
one.
that.
That's
You're
really-
not,
no,
blah,
no one
blah,
does.
blah blah. Like, oh, just get out of my
Earth
face,
to
please.
James.
Yeah. Oh, that's the line. You got it.
Oh
that,
man,
that epitomizes it.
biggest pet peeve. I think right now, if I had to say,
My current one. There's been a lot over the years.
I was gonna say it's probably changed based on circumstance, but I think right now or just based on like my job and everything, is all the people that and this could pertain to anything, but that people that think that they like they should be given something or like deserve like some discount on our membership or something because
They
they
wanna
just
sign
ask
up.
it. Like they just come in and be like, yeah, like so my friend pays $110. I'm gonna pay that, and I'm like, what? Like no. Then that's how they start the conversation. It's like, what are you doing? I had people come in the other day and they sat down and the kid goes, I'm gonna transfer my membership to her, and I'm like, well, you are. Like, I don't even know how to do that. How do you think that's going to happen? It's, first of all, not a thing you can do. But it's just like...
Why can't that person just sign up?
Exactly. Just sign up for a damn membership.
That's the
Yeah,
dumbest
it's-
thing I've ever
but
heard.
It's like if I had a doctor and then you were sick, so I was like, "Hey, doc,
Can I give my
can you
appointment
take
to
care
him?
of Alex today?
Yeah,
Actually,
he can use my
I'm
insurance for
fine,
the
but
day.
Yeah, right.
Like, no, you can't.
You
Like,
can't just
it's
do
not
that.
how it works. But no, I think right now it's like people that just assume that, like, people ask for all types of stuff, like, oh, I just want to use these classes, so can I pay not for these classes? No, like
It's one price.
it's one price, and also like who knows when you're gonna show up, what class you're gonna go into. It's like, what are you talking about?
You could be lying to me.
Yeah, so I think definitely that would be mine.
I don't even know. I can't like those kind of questions just really stump me because it's not something I think of every
So would
day.
you say your biggest pet peeve is being asked what your biggest pet peeve is?
No, because I'm never asked what my
I
biggest
know.
pet peeve is. So,
so you don't have anything.
I
Or
mean,
something that
I'm,
really grinds your gears.
I just really hate people.
Oh,
Like sometimes
on.
people just
Yeah,
piss
people suck.
me off. People
Yeah.
do
What?
suck
Yeah, they do. big
on the
time.
roads,
Oh, the
in
roads.
person.
Oh, it's infuriating sometimes.
Absolutely, people
Yeah.
are just people are miserable all the time,
Oh yeah.
and it's like random conversation. You're like, oh my god, I don't even know you.
Yeah.
yeah.
This sucks.
They
Yeah.
just come up to you.
And you're like, you'll be in line just somewhere and they're complaining or just
Yeah.
mad and you're like,
Yeah.
what is going? What? Like, relax.
I did have a really pure human interaction the other day, and it was
Yeah?
on the road.
Ooh.
Oh, I've had one too.
So I was driving, and I mean, I really wasn't jamming out as much as I usually do.
Oh, I jam.
I
Oh, I
jam
go-
out.
I
I'm
go.
singing
I'm
along,
dancing full
Yeah.
force. If you ever see me on the road, I'm usually rapping as fast as I can up with the song, and I'm dancing
Oh,
my ass
thank-
off.
For
I'm
sure.
glad. Me too. Big time. So I'm just like, this song is picking up, and I'm pretty much just like bopping with it, like just nodding my head, and
Yeah,
like
just getting
maybe
the
patting
feel,
a little bit on the
feeling the
steering wheel with my
rhythm
fingers. Yeah,
until you break
And-
until you break out.
of course. So it's just building up, and this guy is.
The
I
beat's
didn't
about to
realize.
drop.
I didn't realize he was driving in the left lane, and I'm in the far right lane, and there's no one in between us, no one around us, and he gives me a little toot of his horn, and I look over. And I didn't even realize I was dancing. It was just like natural. And he gives me the wink and gun, and I give him like the biggest grin, and I give him the wink and gun. Like he got me.
That's
He
so
he absolutely
Oh my
sniped
God.
me
It's
from
funny,
across
I-
like 4 lanes.
For
I
as
just
mu-
knew.
for as much as I do dance in the car, not as many people do that.
No.
I
No.
feel like I don't know. I
I've-
feel like it's
I've
super.
seen-
I gotta look so funny.
Oh.
Yeah, me too.
It
That is-
happened one time on my way home from work when I used to work close by here, and there used to get a little bit of like traffic coming through, and so I'm coming one way, and in the other side lane, like there's a median in the middle, like it's pretty far, and so we're all dead stopped on both sides, and I'm dancing in the car by myself, and I look across to the like 3 lanes of traffic on the other side of the median.
Oh my
And
god!
there's a lady looking at me, and we both catch eyes on each other, and then just start dancing with each other. Like,
Yeah, it's
I don't know
really
what
pure.
she's listening to or what I'm listening to. Well, I don't remember what I was listening to, but we just start dancing with each other in there.
That's
it was
great.
so funny, dude.
That's great. See, those are the best types of people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, because it's just like hell yeah.
Those random interactions are hilarious.
Yeah, there's some really pure interactions you
Hilarious.
can get, and it's like
Absolutely.
that makes your day.
Oh,
Absolutely.
100%.
I
That's a good
lo-
one.
I love jamming out in the car.
Oh, big time.
It makes driving less painful.
What's your favorite song to jam out to in the car?
Oh wow.
Favorite song? I don't know. I don't really stick to one song that I
No, I know,
jam
but
out
if you
to.
had, if you had
every-
to, if you
Mike
were
just
like,
has a 1-track cassette. It
that's
just
fair. I mean, that's fair.
right now, a little bit of Future, his new stuff.
Yeah, FNN goes hard.
I've been boogieing down on the roads
Mhm.
too, but him and Roddy Rich really get me in the groove.
I was gonna say Project Dreams by Roddy Rich and Marshmallow has got to be
it's
it's got to be
slapper.
up there for one of the
Roddy
ones.
All
Rich
of
is,
feed
crazy
the
rhythm.
streets too. Great work by him.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, Yeah, Future's album, I gave it after a few couple. It was good the first time, but it was after a couple more listens, it really got a lot. It got better. So
it's tough to hear him the first time around. To be honest, I can't catch all of his words.
Oh,
I
no,
listen
no,
faster.
Right,
there's songs that I like right now that like March Madness, and there's still like 3 or 4 things. I'm like, I really have no idea. What I'm saying.
No clue. Yep, lost. Absolutely lost.
But I'll still be belting it out.
Absolutely.
For sure. Oh man, that is a banger. You got any go-tos?
For songs?
Yeah, what would be like a go-to? What's your go-to? Right now, because I just said right now.
A song I put on today actually was Waikiki. Do you know that?
Oh,
it's just
Waikiki?
an instrumental song.
Yeah.
But it's like pretty good song to dance to, and it's just funny because like if someone caught you dancing to like that
Instrument.
it's nice.
But it's a bop, dude. That's a bop.
Yeah.
That's a good song. But no, that's a good one. But I mean, we've been talking for a good amount of minutes.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me on.
Of course.
Dude, James, it won't be the last time. We've got plenty more episodes to record. We'll probably figure out the filming at some point.
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll at this point, we'll just have, the first one go for a little bit. We'll have this one go for a little bit, but it'll be a good time.
And because there's no camera, just so the fans know, we did this whole episode no pants. Yeah, we got you guys.
Yep, you've been duped. You have been duped. That is funny. But James, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks
Thank
for
you
being
for having me again.
Everyone.
the first guest.
Apple, wherever you're listening, 5 stars, would greatly appreciate it.
Drop the like
on that YouTube.
Yeah.
Make sure to subscribe so you know when we drop the next episode.
Comment some topics, like we said.
Comment some stuff you'd like to hear our opinion about.
Follow the
like,
social medias.
Follow us on social media. We'll put them in the description.
Put it everywhere.
Everywhere. It will be somewhere.
Follow James on Twitter at James M. He's got some funny tweets.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for coming.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
And we'll catch you on the next episode.
Sweet.
Peace.
Peace.